Hey, check it. Okay, I feel unstoppable. Losing's impossible. Go against the team, the thing they know not to do. Bright lights, game on the line. Do what I gotta do. Time after time, we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylers go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you. We just getting started. Y'all finna see what we bout to do. Boy, stop. You ain't here? I'm the real truth. Hunters, real blues, trips on them still new. Shopping that dope.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Acrisure Stadium on the north shore of the Steel City, Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season between the Carolina Panthers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Just about time to rock as toe gets ready to meet leather. And we are underway from Pittsburgh. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. They turn to Harris to begin the drive. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back down and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they... Here on third down.
Here we go.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
Red, yellow, yellow, blue. Black shot. Steel, black.
On third and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And this will be taken at the 13. 35 yards on the return. Picked up some good blocks as well. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Now throwing on first down here. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Second down throw for Howell. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense. And they were there to help force the incompletion.
Throwing on third down here. And he comes back with one complete. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
He's going to look deep for more. Touchdown, Panthers. DJ Moore, 42 yards. And the Panthers are on the board here first in the season opener. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They went 3 and out on their first drive of the new season. Not an ideal beginning as they start drive number 2, 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. They went 3 and out on their first drive. Things already looking better here, 1st and 10.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
First down, and they go back to Harris. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Now a first down carry for Harris. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
With his size, he's a tough man to bring down, but they do a nice job there stopping his progress and not allowing him to get back to the line of scrimmage.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Blaster 6, Black Ultra, Fly 2, Red Cycle, ready.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Dancing to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Trouble 38. Green jack. Yellow. Ready.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Here's Johnson with a reception. And in for the Steelers touchdown. Deontay Johnson. 37 yards. And the Steelers are an extra point away from evening this one up. The extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season, and they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. Howell to the air on 1st and 10. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down. That's his first catch of the game, and an impressive one against multiple defenders.
And how about that start? Really aggressive. Yeah, there was double coverage out there, but that didn't stop them at all. They went right at it and defeated it on that play.
Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Howell steps away, and a big loss here as he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. First carry for Damian Harris, the Alabama man. Down he goes at the 23, a pickup of 4. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Taking a shot here for Marshall. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation: run and punt the football, or try and take your shot at getting the 1st down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taken in at the 22. And he'll be out right at the 35. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
Second quarter action from Pittsburgh. It is the Steelers in control of the football as they've got it 2nd down and 11.
Come on, back. Steal, just steal. Shot, 17.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Harris. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
10 cycles. Ready?
On 3rd down, here's Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it, but listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the 1st, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Let's go. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the first down.
Howell's throw complete there to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. To throw again on 2nd down. Howell. He's going to air one out. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to get the football back at their own 17. Well, his arm strength, never an issue, but this one winds up in the wrong hands.
Oh, the coverage here is just terrific, because when it's done really well, sometimes you can't distinguish whether it's the receiver or the defensive back the ball's intended for. He actually ran with him in perfect motion and able to make a big-time play.
Up to the 20.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Watch out now, 50 Fury.
Slot man moves right. Again, it's Harris on 2nd down. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 88 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
So a step in the wrong direction. Now they'll look to make amends on 2nd and 14.
Claws red. White. Stick. Red. Blue striker.
Now back to throw. He gets it complete to Harris. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Hey, one deal.
A gain of 14 yards brings up 3rd down.
Real green. Black, red. Red, yellow. Eagle blue.
They'll look to throw. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down.
Coverage was awfully tight there on 3rd down. They actually closed off all the passing lanes, forcing the incompletion and bringing up 4th down.
Confused. Black shot. Steel, black. Plastic, thick. Black ultra. Light blue. Red, cycle.
Back to throw here. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one good for 17 yards on fourth. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. First down.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big time throw on fourth.
Now that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
Harris running straight ahead. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Okay, right.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
Drill, 52. Ready.
They'll try and run with Harris. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris, a 3-yard touchdown run. And the Steelers will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half. And now it's blocked. So they escape, so to speak, maintaining the football. Defensively, though, opportunity missed.
It definitely was, because that's all defenses talk about. Getting the football and either advancing it the other way or just getting possession and turning it over to their offense. That can be a little bit deflating. You're exactly right. A lost opportunity.
And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it. And that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Green jack. You, yellow.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Johnson. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Ready. Blaster. Jaws red. Fight. White.
They go play action here on first down. Rolling to his left. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
Excellent recognition that none of his receivers were beating coverage and getting open, so he just threw that one away. They'll come back to the huddle, reset, and try something different.
Ultra. Ready.
On 2nd down, this is Harris. Calling a gain of 2 as they're knocking on the door now. 3rd and goal.
97. 6. Mega. Blue strike.
Looking to throw. Forced out to his left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they opted to pass for it on 3rd and goal. Let's see what they do on 4th and goal.
Well, I think they threw it with the idea that if they didn't get it, they would go for it on 4th and goal. So they've got another play in their pocket. They're going to have to call it right now. No field goal here.
They already had the early lead, and they get the interception, Charles, and now they add 3 more with the field goal.
Yeah, they're in control of how this game is playing out so far. You mentioned the early lead. Now they're expanding on it, getting plays on both sides of the ball. A winning recipe if they can keep this up.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think this game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Powell. He's going to look deep for more. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And that one is going to sting. First play of the third quarter and a turnover.
And you have to know that at halftime, they spent a lot of time going through their checklist of what they wanted to accomplish to start this third quarter. Turning it over like this was not on that list.
Not at all. And you come out of the locker room trailing, so that first drive to establish momentum is very key. Crucial. Going to run the toss here to Harris. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Najee Harris. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Steelers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Triple 38. Drill green. Snap red.
They'll try and throw for it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30. 10, 5, and he takes it all the way back. It's a pick 2, if you will, as that play backfires in a big way. And they've got it. They recovered it. But hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down. Yeah, you got to wait until that ball goes 10 yards. They did not. They hit it before, and that draws the flag every time.
And there's no doubt in my mind that converting an onside kick has never been tougher in the NFL with the new rules. So trying to get it to 10 yards, timing up perfectly, that's tough enough to begin with. But when you go ahead and grab it before it goes, you've got no shot then.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. On the give, this is Harris. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down. First down, Howell to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 17, Howell. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
So not quite a first and goal. It's first and 10 from the 10. They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. A great play there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Panthers are back within a score. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will shrink to 6. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. A handoff to Harris to begin the drive. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Yetur Gross-Matos there to bring him down. They've called his number a lot this afternoon. You wonder how much tread is left on those tires.
We certainly do, but I always think back to one of my favorite coaches in the NFL. And he used to have a meeting with his running backs every year in the offseason and say, look, as many times as you're going to carry the ball.
He's got a man complete. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Calvin Austin, 79 yards. And the Steelers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Good throw there, and I don't want to blow it too out of proportion, but he looks a lot more comfortable in his second season.
You can tell he put the work in the offseason, and what I mean by that is understanding the playbook. Not just the plays and how to execute them, but how to do it against a variety of defenses. Also understands his team better, what they can and cannot do. You can see the confidence rising in him as he plays.
And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And that bumps their lead up even further. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Steelers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And, Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right? They feel like they've got them not pinned down, but in a favorable spot for them. And they took advantage of it there. Got a nice interception and set up their offense in great shape.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Strike. Check. Strike. 50 Fury. Strike.
They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up third down and 2.
And prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout called. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
On the double. Striker, 3-3, black ultra. Flight 2. Red, cycle. Ready.
They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amari Barno. And the Panthers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. So a big chance goes by the wayside there. A tough break on 3rd and goal.
Yeah, as a general rule, you know you're usually not going to win games with field goals. But in this case, they had 3 points in their pocket. I get what he was trying to do. That's a big swing of momentum right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he'll just get rid of it.
We've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
And he's going to drop this down to Harris, middle of the field. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Going for it on 4th. Here's Howell. Able to complete this to Chenault. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down. 4th and 2. They got it. That was kind of that gray area. Is that a feel thing, whether you go run or pass there offensively?
I think it's a feel thing. It's a tendency thing about what you like to do yourself on offense, as well as knowing how strong they are against the run on defense. Got to make a decision, and they made the correct one.
And he takes it past the 45 and down at the 46. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as... Working with 2nd and 5 now. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough, but man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it, and I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
Green jack, you yellow. Claws red. White.
2nd and 5.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Oh, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a third down.
It'd be interesting to see what he decides to do the next time he's in the position we just saw there. Outside of the pocket, takes a throw downfield, it turns up incomplete. I wonder if next time he might take off and run.
And this offense on third down today, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 5.
Blue striker. Trail green. Black, red. Ready.
They'll look to throw here. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
A very good kick there, but 15 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. From the 22, Howell taking a shot here for Marshall. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. From the gun on 3rd down, Howell. That's swung out wide to Harris. And he'll be out right at the 35. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers. They'll throw on 1st down. Here's Howell. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13-yard gain yet again, just like last play.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score, because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
It's Howell with another throw. Being chased out left. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting. But I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Extra point right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Here we go.
The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. Here in the fourth quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now, to stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Steel blue, black dot. Steel black. Ready?
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns drops him for a loss of 14 yards, and it also brings up 4th down. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They're looking at a 4th down now as they try to hold on to this lead for dear life. He gets us away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And where will this be spotted? The side judge says it went out just across midfield. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. The last time out, they had to march almost the full length of the field for their touchdown. So here, much easier, Charles, with this better starting field position.
I love your sarcasm, but I love even more your observation, because, look, what they did last time out, now with a shorter field, they should have a lot of confidence they're going to put more points up on the board.
In need of only about the length of the football here on 2nd down. Here's Howell. Throw left side, going to be caught by Chenault. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll run again with Harris. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Powell to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
He's got a man. That's Marshall. He finds some open field here. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now for the point after. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game at 30 ball.
So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this fourth quarter. Taking it about the 1. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the same calls to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big...
And this is going to be intercepted. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Boy, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Play action. It's Howell. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Howell out of his own end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Incomplete pass there is probably the best scenario going because if he catches the football, clock's probably going to run out in that situation.
Third and long from his end zone. Taking a shot here for Marshall. And this is going to be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So conditioning going to be a factor here. Who can hold up to the test? It's overtime here in week 1. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
10.
Harris going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Okay, didn't break that one all the way, but you got to know that he feels like he's right on the verge, and that's probably exactly what he's telling him in the huddle right now.
3rd and 1, trying to keep this drive in overtime going. A big one coming up.
Trouble, 38. Flag blue.
Here's another carry for Harris. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. The 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in Week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
The slot man in motion right. They'll try the right side with Harris. Running right through it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 178 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. They go with the ground game, pick up the first, now in plus territory.
And that changes the whole mentality of a play caller, doesn't it? Once they cross the 50, they feel like they're in the strike zone. All right, you don't have to be in the red zone to take those big shots downfield or go after the end zone. Right now, that might be available to him.
And now this first drive in OT continues. With Harris out of the shotgun. Big Derek Brown making the stop. They've had some success here in overtime with this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On the ready? Check you. Shot 17.
They run with Harris. And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? Third level run, first level being the D-line, and linebacker second level, and the secondary the third. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
This is Harris. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
60.
They run again with Harris. And down inside the 35 he goes to the 32-yard line. 9 good yards there on the run, and now third down.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a second and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to third and manageable with that run.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. It's 3rd and 4. Big play here, trying to keep this opening drive of overtime alive.
Watch out now, 50 series.
This is Harris. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there. Needed 4.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they head to the sidelines, we'll head to this break on EA Sports. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to at least get him a lead here in overtime. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they have regained the lead. This one, Charles, would have been different, but ultimately time runs out of the comeback, so it falls short.